Welcome back. Well, it's been a cocktail of negatives for Afrimat in the half-year period. The group dealt with lower iron ore prices, a stronger rand, rail export limits and reduced demand from big customers also added to Afrimat's challenges. Now, this weighed on its bottom line, resulting in an 80% plunge in headline earnings per share. We're now joined by Afrimat CEO Andries van Heerden for a closer analysis on that performance. Thank you so much for your time, Andries. Well, not all negatives, because we did see quite a pace in growth in revenue there, over 44%. What drove such good revenue growth?
Good evening. The big growth came from our acquisition. We did the Lafarge South Africa acquisition. That business was integrated for 4 of the 6 months that we report on, and it was really the 4 worst months. It is a business that we bought that was in deep trouble, and it's a turnaround, as we've done a couple of times before. So the impact showed in the first half, but that business is turning quite quickly, and we are starting to see some interesting results coming from that business.
Interesting results, but it is still loss-making, and I'm wondering then, what are the timelines in terms of when it could actually turn a corner into profitability?
Yeah, remember the results you see was as at the 31st of August.
Yes.
So now we're close to the end of October. And we expect the business to actually turn a corner in this month.
Okay.
At the moment, we're starting to see very promising numbers, and the month is not over yet. So I think there's a very good chance that October might be the first profit month. If not, then it'll be November.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, that top line growth, it didn't filter down to the bottom line, as we did see a slump there. What is the most concerning driver there of pressure in that bottom line?
Yeah, the 2 drivers were Lafarge, which we just discussed, and the second was there was a freeze at our biggest iron ore customer, ArcelorMittal. They had a freeze of 2 of their furnaces in Vanderbijl Park, and we lost about 2 months of sales there.
Yeah.
And that was quite severe. But that has been rectified, and at the moment the volumes going to ArcelorMittal is actually higher than in the past. So yeah, the big fears of the first half is behind us.
All right. Well, still sticking to that iron ore market, because I also understand the significant pressure points on the price there. Talk to me about where you are in that, and also maybe if you could see a bottoming of the iron ore prices in the current financial year, considering also the China stimulus that is coming on.
Yeah, we've seen the iron ore price recovering a little bit over the last couple of weeks. We saw the weakest point was at about $89 a ton a few weeks ago. We are back around the $100 mark again, and we've seen that improve. And we've also seen in the very recent past, we've seen a very promising increase in performance from the Transnet rail system after the October shut. And so I think the future looks promising on that side.
All right. I mean, just also one of the headwinds that has been a dark spot in the operations of businesses is load shedding. And I'm wondering if you have now seen the full benefits, or are experiencing the full benefits of no load shedding.
Yeah, we have a small business unit called the Industrial Materials business. With that business, we supply many industrial customers in South Africa. And last year, when load shedding was at its worst, we saw that having quite a severe impact on our industrial customers. And this year, that has disappeared. So we've seen the demand from customers improving quite dramatically. And obviously, in our own business, the fact that we don't have to run diesel generators, that had a positive impact on our cost.
Andries, it seems that everything is improving, things are turning a corner. Is there anything in terms of the operating environment that is still keeping you up at night?
Well, actually, the contrary is true at the moment. We are seeing very positive green shoots specifically in our construction materials business. That is the business that is really focused to the South African economy and the South African market. And we're not shooting the lights out yet, but it is definitely improving. Volumes are improving, margins are improving, and I'm actually where we are now. Things are significantly better than in the first quarter of this financial year.
Yeah, is that also how you see the impact of the GNU? And I mean, you talk about the construction sector, because of course we have been waiting for infrastructure investment to actually come online and filter through to the real economy.
Yeah, we are seeing in our business, we see good volumes going to the road sector specifically. There are good projects around the country that is actually stimulating that demand. We've also seen on the rail side with the increased maintenance that's being done by Transnet. We've seen that coming through. And then a general uplift, just I think because of more positive feelings around. We see that commercial building is slowly picking up, and that is a very good sign if that starts happening.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and really detailing those numbers for us and the prospects for the business going forward. Andries, that was the CEO of Afrimat, Andries van Heerden.